All right, here we go. It's going to be decided on threshold if we close things early. If we go to a tiebreaker game number 3, the Rising Dragon has to rise to the occasion and return to form. They've got to attack against the very, very eager TXD. It's going to be threshold. The onslaught towards A is a very quick one. The building gets blown to shreds. The palace, sometimes a false sense of security. And a thing that I am immediately noticing, I have no idea why. I don't think anybody for TXD is in an LAV. There it goes. Now they're in it.
Helicopter, timid to take to the skies. All we're worried about is just picking up A as fast as humanly possible. Doesn't seem like either team wants to fight on A. They're just going to scramble, get in a little scuffle. Should see A fall fairly quickly based on what we've seen in the past. AG-78 Cat in 777 going to make sure of that the best they can. Assault vehicle, 1 HP and a dream on the backside. Tank destroyer moving into the point. Tank destroyer actually gets pretty low. Going to have to back up. Get it into the neutral zone. Oh my gosh, almost picked. It's so low. Engineers getting ripped apart.
Engineers on the side there, they do go down. Good cover.
Yeah, that was a nice save. That was almost really bad for the attackers.
A little bit more interested, a little bit more of an investment here from TXD to try to defend this point. They are getting a little bit overwhelmed as the tank destroyer in the hands of XD777 is going to be rejoining the battle here. Keep your eye on the engineers. The rockets are going to start flying towards that tank destroyer to see if they can make something work. A little bit of
the fountain.
Sneaky play from the fountain. They're going to be snuffed out though, and nice. Sector A goes very, very similar to how it just went. Sub 2 minutes for TL right there.
Yet again, another free A point. Basically just seeing if either side will make a big mistake. Very similar play as expected. Firecat actually up in the helicopter rather than AG-78 Cat. AG-78 Cat does not start in the copter. May not actually ever get up to the copter for now. Could spawn up there though. Firecat and AG-78 Cat are in the same squad. So could trade that out as needed. Full lives going into Sector B as expected.
TXD, they've got TL feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. They did not go for their strategy, their patented strategy, where they take the helicopter as soon as A is captured over to that LAV and try to blow it up. They didn't do it. They know TXD know about it, so much so that they were not interested. They are interested though in capturing B1 very, very swiftly.
That's a nice hold here from the defense for the most part. Post Sui, crazy things in the Tempest there. I see some rockets go over the top at least to harry some of these vehicles who are way back there. The lob is on the back side of C1, by the way, way far back. Gonna make sure it has an entrance into a building just in case we have a strike team coming out of a helicopter trying to drop on top of us. See, our attacking vehicles are pretty far back as well for now. A nice retake and a nice hold from the defense. Very similar to what we saw last map. Attacker's gonna try to regroup, reassess the fight, maybe from a different angle, or just stack up, wait for the revive, and all push together. Lost about 20 lives for a little bit of action on B1. With a bit more of a foothold here with the helicopter over the top, now getting extremely aggressive, dodging missiles left, right, and center. Listen, one well-placed AT4, and all of a sudden this map changes. AG-78 Cat getting really aggressive on the backside. Was maybe looking for where this lob was, dropped out of the helicopter. Like I said, he may keep doing this because he can drop out of that helicopter. He's in the same squad as Firecat. They saw him go in here, and I don't think he's gonna win a 1v3. Hardly can win a 1v1 in that time. But definitely watch out for what AG-78 Cat's able to do with some very interesting flanks, being able to parachute in.
Urgent deployment now, called in for 78 Cat. A little bit of frustration maybe after going down right now. Did mark B1, so they want to make something happen, so that way they can ramp up. But a strike squad finds their way through the line of the attack, and they take out one of the vehicles.
Dropping some help in. John comes through from the skies. Vehicle's going down, but B1 is marked with urgent deployment active. B1, I assume B1 is the one that's marked. I can't imagine it's B2. They're skipping B1, defense spawning behind them, and they are swarming for B2. There's a chance B2 was marked, and this is is an insane read from the attack if that's the case. They're gonna try to early trade this B sector point. There's only a few bodies that are green on B2.
Yeah, nah, it looks like this is a great call coming out from TL, right? 78 Cat, remember, he went into B2, he went into the garage. He saw for himself a little scouting report. Hey,
yeah,
listen,
true.
The defenses, they're a little bit weak right now. Why don't we just go ahead and fly on in and skip over B1? Where are the defenses? Where are TXD? I don't see them making any sort of plays. Now, they're gonna try to get into B2, but with no help for any of the vehicles on either side, this is gonna be extremely hard.
This is a crazy push. Defense is going to have to swarm the point right now, and they've got to swarm B2. B1's going to be free with just one person capturing it. Everybody else trying to push to B2. It is completely congested. All defenders onto B2 to hold. They got them right where they wanted. We'll see if this is a successful objective getting B1. Maybe it was a bait and switch the entire time, or maybe it was just a test to see if the defense was really worth their merit. Regardless of the way you look at it, B1 is now in control for the first time of the attackers, and they've got bodies inside the garage. Certainly a net victory for the attack, and they're still getting kill after kill. These medics are doing so much work to keep people on the point. Talk about a valuable medic, my goodness. B2 continues to showcase the best medics in the game. The helicopter getting extremely aggressive right now, trying to punish Oak for overextending.
Yeah, remember, because the attack is coming in towards B2, one of the big defenses for that sector. Wait a minute, helicopter's down!
No.
Helicopter's down!
What happened? I think I saw Legacy picking it up.
I saw a rocket symbol, an Alluru rocket symbol. Did an ult from Alluru just take out the helicopter?
No way.
The attack falls apart.
Folks, we may have missed it briefly, but the entire game has changed. With the helicopter down, we have plenty of time, 121 lives, but we have no air support. What this means is twofold. One, B sector is going to be difficult because this backside lob, can get much more aggressive. Nobody's going to jump out of the sky and blow them up. Secondly, and the thing I'm most worried about, Vivid, is Sector C. If Sector B eventually falls to TL, it is not a sure thing that they can keep their momentum up going into Sector C without a helicopter. What happened?
You're worried about Sector C, I'm worried about B2, because now that LAV with no helicopter in the sky does not have to sit all the way in the back, does not have to be a nuisance to that. It can get involved into the action. We were talking about this last game. As soon as an LAV is able to just sit on this point in this garage, it is extremely hard for the attack to actually find a way in. As you can see here, 78 Cat is trying to make something happen with the tactical destroyer, but TXD, they go ahead, they return fire. Vehicle warfare is in their hands.
Defense is holding on with nearly their entire team square onto the point. There's no way this is going to tick down towards the attackers at all. Lob getting aggressive, picking up a few, and backing off. Smart. This is the first time in a while, this match, that I've seen TXD be this disciplined. There's been several times throughout the course of this competition where they get over-aggressive, overstay, and get punished for it. This match, they've been nearly perfect. They've been so disciplined. They've been much more hit and run. Very impressive stuff, and I am only seeing green in the kill feed. Finally, we get another vehicle here for TXD, and it takes a couple shots, but it's not enough to take it down.
Yeah, 78 Cat was trying to take it out as it was coming down. Again, trying to do it all himself.
Copy.
So now, two defensive vehicles online. That is going to be extremely hard to break through as the attack now recovers a little bit in terms of the vehicle game. They got LAV online, but is it too little, too late? TL have 90 tickets to work with. AG 78 Cat is going to be marking the objective there to try to pick up a little bit extra score to help them spawn more in.
That's right. The attack, I believe, have marked B1 for a hold. The defense have marked B2 for a hold, if I saw that correctly, which means both teams will earn extra score if each team maintains position. This might be a small stalemate for a moment. Another strike team, this time getting snipped out early enough that 777 can just clean them all up. Gonna keep that lava alive. Both teams gonna slow things down here for a moment, make sure they secure the score they get from marking this objective. This may net another vehicle per side, pending how much money they've already spent, how much score they've spent on the vehicles they currently have.
3, 1, 2, 3 vehicles. Count them on the side of TXD. How do you break through? Your helicopter has been soiled. You've only got 1 vehicle left alive that is currently getting pressured constantly by a strike team from ATPP.
Vehicle drop to designated location.
Slow and steady as expected. Commanders of both teams saying protect our point. That is the only thing that matters. We need the score. So slow and steady is the race for now, and hardly a life lost on the attacking side. We're going to get back to critical mass. We're going to work together. Some arbitrary trading of blows. Medics doing their work. Trying to find a weakness in this TXD defense is going to be very difficult.
Again, there it is.
TXD found an angle to try to make a strike. They've got
Rockets
several
connect.
this way, man. They connect on so many rockets. 777 in trouble.
Wow.
777 go down from the commander himself. Rumenia find the shot over the top of the Uluru rocket. Both sides, you saw that command objective success. Both sides hold. Both sides earn score. This will net something big, whether it's a team strategic beacon, whether it's an urgent deployment, or whether it's more vehicles. Whatever it is, this will be a big win for both sides, which is a net positive for a defense that is up right now.
78 Cat is now trying to clear out this team that's been over here. He successfully does so. NTPP squad is finally cut down. I can almost guarantee you, Blink, and they'll be back over there very, very shortly, trying to pester these vehicles. Once again,
Copy.
I feel like
Vehicle
for the
drop
side
to
of TL,
designated
they have
location.
not made it through the garage at all. B2 is seemingly impenetrable. TXD could win a championship if they hold B2.
A big hold, frankly. Not only because they can win here, but even if they just last a little while longer, Sector C is going to be nearly impossible for even a team like TL to push through without their helicopter in the skies. AG-78 Cat, 777, we've seen these two in lavs do unspeakable things, create miracles, and it looks like an artillery barrage coming down with several strike teams on the outside, making sure that the miracle will not happen on threshold. AG-78 Cat pops out as many engineers as you can count on 2 hands. They clean everybody up and they prepare to move on to the point. They know their last big push is coming very soon.
But look at this. The whole team of TXD, because of the efforts of 1 squad, called pretty much the entirety of TL over there to go ahead and handle them. And in the meantime, they just said, all right, we'll take B1. We'll take B1 with the whole dang team.
I don't actually know if I like it. It's going to go open a window of opportunity to get to B2. Oh, no, it won't. Not when there's mines on the ground that we don't find. Oh, my goodness. That might be one of the few nails in the coffin that TXD needed to put TL away. We've got urgent redeployment from the attacking side. They need it desperately, and they're rushing B2 because this defense is spread thin between both points.
Look at this, NTPP is back once again, his whole squad. They keep getting over there. How? How do they keep getting to that position?
No
the
way.
Uluru rockets come in, thanks to the efforts of NTPP and his squad. The vehicle is very low. 1 rocket does it, and yeah, TL, go ahead, take B1 back. No, never mind, it's actually going in favor of TXD. They're trying to push towards B2. They're met with those 3 vehicles that they probably haven't seen in about 5 minutes because they've just been trying to deal with the 1 squad from TXD that has been blowing up their vehicles the whole dang time.
Location.
40 lives remaining, and we reset an entire sector. B1, B2 in complete control. The last vehicles for the attacking side. Tank destroyer, Lav versus 3. A miracle here in Threshold. A miracle is needed for TXD, and it is needed very soon.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what they can do at this point. I don't know what happened to TXD from just 2 matches ago where they got stomped 2-0. I talked about it. The potential for a revenge arc from them. Taking down the Titans of TL. They're about 30 lives away, 30 tickets separating them. 78 Cat as the commander is trying to get active with the tank destroyer now. He goes ahead, he rolls up into the garage. He's met with heavy resistance. Now they're going on the offensive. They're not interested in holding this one out. They don't want to wait any longer. They want to be champions.
Vehicle after vehicle. Death after death. The door beginning to be closed on TL. History in the making for TXD. A sea of green and a scattering of red. This is looking inevitable at this point. Vivid. I cannot believe it. TXD is looking like they will 2-0 TL on main. They have a Alav. And I don't even know if it's a dream. This feels like a nightmare for TL.
Complete and utter darkness. No light at the end of the tunnel right now. For lack of a better way to say it, they have nothing going for them. Nothing has worked. TXD scared them into switching things up after they faced off earlier today. And after adjustments from TL themselves, they have been stopped at the forefront.
Here we go. A beacon down for Kiss Shot. A last hope and a prayer, and 16 Uluru Rockets trying to change the fate of TL. Artillery barrage on the outside of B2 likely to dissuade any push up to the main point that they know they won't lose. The only hope of TL is to try to force us into overtime, and the commander Romania is going to drop a guided missile square on their foreheads.
A little bit of a parting gift from the commander himself. You've got 8 tickets remaining here. Hold this as it picks up just one, but that one's gonna hurt.
To get in overtime, we have to have a contested B2. Everybody knows it, the defense knows it. They've got their vehicles playing slow on the backside.
Trying to make something happen, but it's a little too late.
As Modi is picking up a triple. Unfortunately, it's too late indeed, Vivid. AG78 Cat and 777 gonna have to get insanely aggressive right here with 5 lives remaining. B1 contested, B2 completely untouched. All the engineers scattered, trying to figure out how do we work. This is it, the final push. It is over, folks. On the same map, against the same opponent. TXD say not today. Revenge is a dish best served cold, but today it's as hot as can be. It wasn't even close. TXD are your DFIW 2025 champions. Title that they can be proud of. TXD, your DFIW 2025 champions in Hanoi, Vietnam.